Carpe.
And Morelli really has a season that's gone up and down, up and down. He started off with victory in the first race. There is yesterday's winner, 51. Brian Uriarte there, 4th or 5th place. You're on board now with Brian's jumped ahead now. He's opened up a couple of bike lengths lead. He doesn't want to see the Argentine take a stronger lead than that.
No, there he goes, absolutely. I mean, while we've been talking, sort of, you can miss the fact that Morelli just a bit slower than what they were putting in qualifying already. And
that no one had a lead like that yesterday, did we? We had a couple of bike lengths lead from Moodley, but no one got that 4 or 5 bike length and Roman to get back on his tail. Let's see if they can slipstream him down the back straight.
One rider who was really strong yesterday, we've not yet seen the best of here, is Veda Pratama. He is in 8th place, is the Indonesian. A real feature up from 12th.
Chances of getting on the podium.
Oh, and then of course going a bit wide there. Sorry, Peter. Yeah, he had a big bobble. That was where he had his big front end fold yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was. You're right. Yeah, and he said that was. I said, was that excuses to let himself get kicked down the order as it happened yesterday when he was pushed back to 10th or even 11th and 12th place, I think, at one time.
I absolutely love watching the difference in riding styles for both Alvaro Carpe. I think his ambition of getting away from it all was pretty short-lived.
Yeah, that's right. You can see Moodley still there back in 6th place. As he said, he refuses to let himself get kicked down the order as it happened yesterday.
Fellow Mercian, Alvaro Carpe, right behind him, leaning off so far, you can almost get his chin down.
Right, and Salmello, one of the second yesterday, back into 6th place, ahead of Veda Pratama. And it's just stringing out a little bit in a different way to it. This is really, Morelli has stretched things, hasn't he?
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, from the actual times in the PDF, best race lap was actually from last year, Alvaro Carpe, 144.9. I don't think they really touched that in this one. But they're already low 144s, which could run quicker if he had passed Alvaro Carpe, who was the major leader yesterday. But he said he didn't really want to show them. Oh, and somebody's off in the dirt. Oh, that's Guillaume Plonk in the background, number 24 yesterday, basically. So the fastest lap, Salmella, 143.9. This is why it's being strung out, Peter. They've done their homework overnight. Perhaps the conditions are contributing to this. You're seeing the fastest riders yesterday. This is why it's being strung out, Peter. They've done their homework overnight. Perhaps the conditions are contributing to this. You're seeing the fastest riders yesterday far more comfortable, really making a break. They don't want a big group following all around and mucking up. And it's just been proven to me looking down the PDF. Why is the pace so hot? Morelli's still in the race. He was the only rider yesterday putting a 144 flat in the race. He was riding near enough all on his own, caught that group after he crashed.
Good thinking.
Not just a pretty face, me, sometimes.
Right. And it's Argentina that leads. 1 and 2, Morelli and Peroni. And he'll get a track limits warning. And as you say, the pace is hotter, the track temperature is cooler, the wind direction is a little bit different. And I think somebody pulled a strip off there. The engine temperature is rising. And I think that's what one of them did. Didn't see who it was, but in this lead pack, somebody did that just a few corners ago.
And of course, before we had the introduction of the new Pirelli tyres, we had previously seen,
there and thereabouts.
Exactly.
But he wasn't quite there. So right with the front runners. And I think Rouchet is hanging on that. He's got back with that group. I feared he might be dropping off the back, and he wasn't quite there. So right with the front runners. And I think Rouchet is hanging on that. He's got back with that group. I feared he might be dropping off the back of them, but he's right there on the number 11 after the race. Spoke to all of the top 6 guys, the top runners, and nobody talked about tyre degradation in the race yesterday. As we say, the pace is hotter now. I just wonder how it's going to shape out.
Got a battle for the final next set of riders, all the way down to Rocco Sessler in 24th.
So there is still the leader, and he's pretty much led all the way, hasn't he, Morelli? He really, he got away, but he's been unable to hold that advantage. He is now being slipstreamed by Carpe, Peroni, Rico, Salmella, Uriarte, and Moodley.
Mentioned
that Born Racers series that is now on TNT in the UK. It's viewable in America as well, and it's going to more and more countries. So please take a look at the Red Bull America as well, and it's going to more and more countries. So please take a look at the Red Bull Rookies website and see where you can see the Born Racers series, a series of 6.
This circuit's so much about flow, isn't it? I mean, especially this part of the corner. The times are starting to come to get a bit slower now, aren't they? A bit of tyre degradation perhaps. They have broken broken that previous.
Dengan catatan ini, pembalap berusia 15 tahun itu berada di peringkat ke-8 dengan 39 poin di klasemen sementara Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2024. Hasil itu lantas menjadi modal bagi Veda tampil di seri keempat di Belanda. Juara Asia Talent Cup 2023 itu berharap bisa konsisten di balapan selanjutnya. Pembalap Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama terpilih sebagai salah satu peserta Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Ia promosi bersama wakil Asia lainnya, Jakre Ebhat Puetisan. Dorna tergerak memberikan akses langsung ke kancah kompetisi Eropa kepada pembalap muda binaan Astra Honda Racing Team itu berkat grafik prestasi yang meningkat. Dalam debutnya, di Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, Veda berhasil mengumpulkan 3 kemenangan meski dibayangi cedera. Ia pun finish di peringkat ketiga klasemen. Pada edisi berikutnya, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul tersebut tampil lebih garang. Kemenangan telak dicapainya dengan koleksi 256 poin atau unggul 103 dari rival terdekatnya Amon Odaki. Ia memenangi 9 dari 12 putaran dan menggondol mahkota juara ITC 2023. Perolehan poin Veda memecahkan rekor milik Ayumu Sasaki, dengan 203 poin, yang dicetak pada 2015. Pembalap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama kembali menunjukkan potensinya di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Veda Ega Pratama memiliki peluang untuk memperbaiki posisinya di seri-seri selanjutnya. Veda Ega Pratama merupakan pendatang baru di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Kemampuannya untuk beradaptasi dengan cepat dan bersaing dengan pembalap-pembalap terbaik Unia menunjukkan potensi besar yang dimilikinya. Seri Asen menjadi peluang bagi Veda Ega untuk kembali menunjukkan performa terbaiknya dan meraih podium. Veda memiliki kemampuan dan tekad yang kuat untuk bersaing di papan atas. Meski peluang Veda untuk meraih podium di Asen terbilang cukup berat, bukan berarti hal itu tidak mungkin. Apalagi jika melihat performa Veda di seri-seri sebelumnya. Pembalap muda Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama menilai dirinya kurang beruntung pada seri ketiga Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 Race 1 di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, Sabtu. Ia yang memiliki peluang juara pada balapan kali ini mengatakan, kurang beruntung, setelah tersenggol pembalap lain yang membuatnya melebar dan terlempar ke posisi ke-10 pada tikungan pertama lap terakhir saat ia sedang memimpin balapan untuk meraih kemenangan perdananya. Veda yang tampil impresif selama balapan tak menyerah hingga kemudian posisi kelima ia amankan untuk meraih 11 poin yang merupakan torehan tertingginya sejauh ini. Saya senang dengan balapan hari ini, namun saya kurang beruntung, kata Veda, dilansir dari laman resmi Red Bull Rookies Cup. Di tikungan pertama pada lap terakhir, seseorang menabrak saya dan saya terdorong keluar, namun saya beruntung karena tidak terjatuh, lanjutnya.